When talking about logistics, there are different aspects that must be taken into consideration. One of the most important ones is sustainable logistics. However, achieving sustainable logistics is not an easy task because the purpose or the aim of logistics is to improve customer service and lowering the costs. This sometimes takes a toll on the sustainability of the processes. Let's take, for example, transportation. Speed deliveries have an impact on the environment because let's take this example. You buy a product from Amazon and you choose for a speed delivery. This involves that this product must be taken to the transportation company, DHL or FedEx or others, and these must put your product into the vans and take it as fast as they can to their destination. Yes, this has a change on the routes. So in order to achieve the delivery ahead of this product, the transportation has to happen in a very quick pace. Another issue that is involved in logistics, and especially in sustainable logistics, is the packaging. Sometimes we ask, why does this product has so many layers of packaging? Well, in order for a product to get to the buyer in good conditions, this product must be well packed. So these are I think the most important issues when talking about sustainable logistics. So how can we change that? How can we avoid this toll on sustainability when we want to improve the logistics of our company, of our enterprise? Well, let's talk about transport. We can choose for optimal design of routes and shorter trips to lower the emissions that pollute the environment. Also, sustainable logistics aim to lower the ecological footprint of its tasks, not only transport, because transport is one of the most important ones, but we must take sustainability in the context of every aspect of the production of a product. For example, we have to take into consideration CO2 emissions, noise pollution, and accidents related to the environment. Let's take, for example, the mining companies. Here in Zacatecas, we have lots of mining companies. These mining companies are in charge of taking the minerals from certain areas. Well, this has an impact on the environment because the machines make a lot of noise. Noise pollution changes the routes of certain animals that migrate. So this is a very important aspect. Not only noise pollution because the people is tired of the noise of the fabrics, but because this noise changes the distribution of the animals near the area. Another aspect that it must be taken into consideration when talking about mines is that the residuals of the processes within this mining have to go somewhere. So they built huge canyons where they put the residuals of these processes, but these in a few years will contaminate, with pollute the earth around them. So what can we do if we want to have a successful company but to fulfill the sustainable logistic aspects? They are not fight, they don't fight within each other, but we must find a balance between financial growth and environmental care and the health of the society, because most of the problems that these footprint problems, these CO2 emissions, these environmental accidents take a toll on the health of the people around the areas conveying in these enterprises. Okay, so what can we do to avoid all of these problems of sustainability? Well, during the press conference of DHL, the CEO, Frank Appeal, said that sustainability is an essential issue for logistics, especially when it comes to lowering carbon emissions. And it must be incorporated to the corporate strategies because Clients all over the world are increasingly demanding more environmental friendly logistics. And even though they are not aware of this, they must demand that these environmental friendly logistics happen in every company around the world. So, what are the actions that we can take to change this panoramic, to be more sustainable within our processes? So we can switch to more efficient and environmental friendly vehicles. For example, we can use hybrid vehicles to transport the goods or to transport the raw materials that are needed to create a product. Also, we need to reach sustainable goals by having a software that helps us balance the loads and calculate our carbon footprints. Another aspect that is useful is supporting green logistics by changing the processes using a more environmental context within it. And also by implementing the 4Rs, which are reduce, recycle, reuse, and recover. So now we can take excellence of the product, recover them, and use them for different process within the production of the product. And also, we can get environmental certifications. For example, Mexico's Environmental Protection Agency bestows 3 certifications according to the company's activities. So we have, for example, the Clean Industry Certification, which is given to those companies which within their processes change the way they throw their residues. For example, they have cleaner ways to make disposal of those elements. Another aspect is the Environmental Quality Certification and the Tourist Environmental Quality Certification. Likewise, Environmental Management System is the world standard that certifies companies for lowering their environmental impact, improving their energy efficiency, and managing and training their staff according to sustainability criteria. One thing that most companies can do is change to renewable sources of energy within their process. For example, installing eolic windmills to create the energy that they need to produce certain products. So there are a lot of things that can be done in order to achieve these sustainable logistics, but it takes big steps and big changes for the companies to take in order to fulfill the needs for a less risky process of production that doesn't affect not only the humans, not only the health of the consumers, but also the environment where these consumers live in.